So hello and welcome everyone to Let's Play Tomb Raider 4 Remastered. This is Elgalis115 speaking, and you are not imagining things. There is indeed no FMV tying the Cairo and the Giza section of the game. This is where the developers started running out of time, and we will unfortunately feel it. Nevertheless, let's enjoy today's level for what it is. So I'd like to welcome you to the Sphinx complex. In today's really brief, short and easy walk in the park kind of level, we are gonna get our hands on all 10 goodies, raising the total to 504. We are also gonna land 11 kills, getting us the lovely equal number of 290. We are gonna get our hands on one and only secret in this level, and we are gonna break 9 breakable vessels tied to the Oops achievement, raising the total to 152, getting ever closer to 169. Furthermore, when it comes to the other achievements, this is also where we are going to make, finally, after what feels like decades, progress to the Theomachist achievement. In a level called Sphinx Complex, we are of course going to find a great statue, and Sphinx is no different. I think the last time we did a handstand like this was in Cleopatra's palaces, nothing in Cairo whatsoever. And finally, one achievement we are actually going to unlock in this level is rather underwhelming like the level itself. Swiper, no swiping. You just need to pick up a small medpack before you get stolen by an assassin. Honestly, I feel this achievement should have been in the Great Hippostal Hall, where we were at the risk of having a small medpack stolen. Here, you can just easily, casually pick it up before the assassin even appears. It doesn't really make any sense, but it is what it is, and we are gonna unlock it. So guys, I don't know how Lara exactly arrived here, via what vehicle, definitely not John Eve Jr., but we are surrounded by a couple of roads leading to the necropolis on Giza. There is one underneath, and we are, I guess, on a bridge of sorts. All this geometry was here in the original, but with the photo mode we are able to get a proper look. Now, we will be facing assassins aplenty here, so I would immediately like to get our grenade launcher out and fire off a flash grenade as soon as possible. There we go, they managed to land one shot on us, but that's fine. Look, we barely took any damage. Whoa, Lara, your accuracy was actually quite atrocious. But it's nothing new at this point, is it? So, mind the key over here. This is dropped by one of the assassins, and thankfully the slope didn't prevent us from picking it up. This will allow us to unlock that door, because we need to overcome this giant do not enter barrier, behind which there's the Sphinx. But we are gonna get a much better shot to take a picture of it. So yeah, we're just gonna enter the silver key here. I'm always underwhelmed when a key to the lock is right next to the lock. Like, what's the puzzle element? What's the point then? Anywho, 2 more assassins. Do use the cover system to your advantage, so they will not even start taking potshots at you. There, see? No damage taken like this. And my friends, swiper, no swiping. This right here is the small medpack. That is in a risk of getting stolen if you first open the gate over here and make a red and black assassin spawn. Then he can technically steal it, but if you just pick it up ahead of time, then there's no risk. Yeah, it really is an underwhelming achievement. Nevertheless, let us open that door. And I'm thinking, since we have an ample grenade supply and we are approaching the end of the game, well, we are in its final stretch now, I'm thinking I'm gonna play with grenades to take down that assassin rather than shotgun, you know what I mean? Like I said, anything that takes more than 2 blasts from a shotgun to take down, you might start thinking of a different weapon. There we go, the gate has opened. Now let's try not to fall into the abyss, and let's switch to normal. Okay, we took some damage, so perhaps not the best strategy in the remasters. Nevertheless, guys, this was the assassin that can steal the small medpack unless you picked it up before. Okay, so that's it. You just need to do things in this particular order. Again, before we enjoy the secrets of the Sphinx, let's first explore a rather underwhelming storage area to the side over there. Okay, that was a bit risky, but we pulled it off. We need to enter these 2 buildings. This one is completely walled off, can only be open from the inside. See, Lara's running into it. It is absolutely a dynamic gate. But first of all, there's gonna be an assassin ambushing us from the distance, but ironically, Uzis are an excellent long-ranged weapon. They are no M16 or MP5, but they do the job in Tomb Raider 4. So I wanted to do that. There's a small medpack. And now let's enter this damn place. This is where there'll be breakable objects aplenty. However, keep in mind, you cannot really unlock blowing off some steam achievement here if you haven't done so in Catacombs. You'll need to wait for a later Giza level. That's because the objects here are 4, and whilst there's more around the corner there, you will need to enter a crawl space to reach the other area, which is going to slow you down significantly, okay? Even if you open access to both of these buildings from the outside, it is still not fast enough to allow you to unlock that achievement. So yeah, Catacombs were your bet, but if you want to have an easier time, a later level called Khufu's Queen's Pyramids will have you covered, don't you worry. Provided you will save a particular soldier. So anyhow, I'm not going to confuse you further, let's break this vent. And there is another one there. And guys, I want to share something interesting. I was practicing for this level in the good old games version of the game, which still doesn't have major patch to installed. And this ventilation grating that we need to shoot and break was not part of the level. It wasn't here. So I think this one must have been restored via major patch number 2. Guys, let me know if you pay attention to these things or you remember this at all. And now let's kill this guy ASAP. Even shotgun will do from this distance. He will drop some shotgun shells. Okay, but we have not yet finished exploring here. That is an empty crate, but this one has part of a shovel. This, I think, encapsulates the Giza section of the game perfectly. Rather than finding some cool artifacts, we have to put up with this kind of nonsense. Yeah, metal blade. Whoa. Yeah, fascinating. Anywho, these shelves, just like the one before, can be moved, and this will lead to this level's one and only secret, which is... I honestly don't know what core era devs were thinking with the secret reward. There is an item underneath this bookcase, or shelving space I should say, and it's something you definitely never ever found before, right? It's a bloody shotgun. Yep, it comes preloaded with normal shotgun ammo. That's it. That's the secret, guys. Congrats. Amazing. Anyhow, guys, before we hit the button over here, let us just switch on to flash grenades again. That's at least something that makes me happy about this level. All the flash grenade opportunities. Okay. And now, we don't really know how long they'll be stunned for. Excellent. It's always a little bit randomized how long that sort of paralyzes or blinds them, but yeah, this was pretty good. Now, let's just try and make it to the other side without plummeting to our doom. These can be some tricky jumps at least some difficulty involved, I guess, but there's nothing really causing you to rush, so you can take your time and you will never fall. It'd be so funny if I was just to fall as I said that. Okay, and now let's make it diagonally across over there. The good thing is, now that we have our prized possession, the metal blade, we can now explore the area surrounding the Sphinx. Now, these guys should be very familiar. We were on the other side of this thing. We had to unlock the small door over there with the silver key. The geometry never fully renders here, so before the Sphinx was not fully rendered, now the starting area isn't. It's a bit odd. Flip maps doing their thing. But yeah, I talked about the Sphinx. And there it is, and of course it hides a secret. This is not tied to any achievement, and it's a purely optional cutscene, but if you approach the tablet over there, you are gonna get a glimpse of an actual historical artifact, most likely created by Pharaoh Thutmose to give himself some political power and prominence underneath the Sphinx. Just check this out.
The inscription reads, "One night, in dreaming, came to me the spirit of the Sphinx. In his passing, he spoke unto me words of great wisdom. Thutmose, here is your true destiny. This land of Egypt is forever yours to rule. In return, protect me always from the sands of time. As you are, I must be free from head to toe, so that we both may see the divine beauty of creation."
They were in a rush to finish the longest Tomb Raider game in existence, again with barely a year's time, and they took the time to write and record this little cutscene. This is amazing, easily the highlight of the level for me. So let me capture it in its original beauty. Not much of a looker, is it? There we go. Talking about a looker, let's absolutely check out the Sphinx over there. Looks as majestic as ever. I think if you want to have a good glimpse of what the Sphinx looked like in its heyday, back when it was fully covered, again, Assassin's Creed Origins has you covered. But we need to go back to the reality. Also, it is theorized that the nose didn't fall down due to weather or on its own, but because a particular Muslim scholar was offended via people still worshipping the Sphinx, so he took its nose down. That's kind of the theory. I don't know if it's real or not, I guess we'll never know, we're talking about long gone history, but damn it, if that guy did it, that makes me very angry. But anyway, we cannot really move away further away with the camera. Maybe if we go down here, there is some invisible ceiling, and I would just like to do it justice, honestly. We can absolutely leave Lara there for posing and a scale. Oh my god, the Sphinx doesn't even render in the OG graphics, so you know what we're gonna do? We need to reach the limit of what the OG graphics render, then extend the FOV, and this is how we're gonna do it. Also with the stone tablet. Yeah, I think this is really the best we can work with, given the limitations of the OGs. There we go, awesome. The Sphinx hides one more secret, white shot shotgun shells on its paw. Yeah, that's nothing really to write home about. But guys, something I want to explain. If you have the key to this, you can continue into the level called Mastabas. Easily the worst Tomb Raider 4 level, one that I absolutely hate and feels like a nightmare I cannot quite wake up from. And unfortunately, due to the way the achievements are structured, I'll have to play through this damn thing twice on PS5, GOG and Steam. Oh joy. But before that happens, you first need to get some keys from a particular soldier whose life we are gonna rescue. So we will be back to revisit the Sphinx complex. For now, we have a metal blade, we need a wooden handle guarded by these two guys. The treasures don't stop. And here's a fun way to take care of them. Just poison them both. And now you can just take your time, wait for it. These guys from that range should never switch to their Uzis for whatever reason. They'll just always wield their swords, and you will see gradually blood splatters coming out of their body. That means they're still taking poison damage. And when that stops, you should be able to finish them off, either with a pistol shot or even normal crossbow bolt. But I wanted to do it stylishly from range. So that's it guys, couldn't be simpler. They're also an excellent target for super grenades if you're more, how would I put it, bombastically inclined. Does that even make sense? Anywho, the treasure they were guarding, yes, wooden handle. This is what we're doing now. This is why we became a Tomb Raider. To pick up and construct shovels. Really. Anywho guys, there it is, the final pickup of the level. White shots. And now, despite us breaking all the breakables for the Oops achievement, we still have Theomachist to do. So where on earth can we do handstand in top of a Sphinx? Or in front of the Sphinx? Lara, do you have any ideas?
No.
See, you press the action key here, and Lara will react and say no. And that's because we need to use not the metal blade or the wooden handle, but an actual shovel to dig. And you need to summon this manually from your inventory, or once you have it combined, press the action key, and Lara will start digging. I'm grateful for the time skip, because this must have taken you hours, Lara. Also, the metal shovel disappears from my inventory. It's not a tool like the crowbar we're gonna use over and over, but at least the crowbar is kept. And now, guys, we have a free reign to do a handstand for the Theomachist achievement. Miss Croft, over to you. There we go, we are so close. This is number 7 out of 8. But what we want to do is get into this hole. So, my friends, I'm gonna make a very satisfying level and save here. And let's take a look at the statistics before we wrap things up. So my friends, this was the Sphinx complex. Like I said, very brief, short, walk in the park level. No real challenge here. Really the difficulty should be ramping up, but Tomb Raider 4 tends to go out very weekly. I don't know why. It started so strong. Nevertheless, we got our hands on all 10 goodies, raising the total pickups count to 504. We also landed all 11 kills, raising the total to 290. We have found this level's one and only secret. 63 is what we're looking at, and you should pretty much expect a secret per level in Giza before reaching the end. And when it comes to vessels broken for the Oops achievement, we broke all 9, raising the total to 152. We have also unlocked Swiper Not Swiping, showed you a very easy way to do it before you even summon that assassin. And we have made progress for the Theomachist achievement. We are at 7 out of 8, so close we can almost taste it. Alrighty guys, it's actually gonna take us reaching the very final level of the game before we unlock Theomachist, so you'll need to be a bit patient. Nevertheless, I hope you enjoyed today's level for what it is. The little cutscene with the tablet in front of the Sphinx, absolute highlight for me. And now it's time to thank my amazing patrons for their support. Oh wait, before we do that, something I haven't done in quite a while. Let's use the binocs and take a look at the level exit. I always want to know what these look like. In the original, in the remaster, there is some texture difference. Anyway guys, I think down there the Patreons are waiting to be thanked. So let us step inside. Blind Goopel, Mick, Severin Drex, Enstickle, Katie Danger, Boo2, Basic Brownie, and Bina. Thank you guys so much for being my loyal Winstons and for driving us all the way to the dig in the necropolis of Giza, bypassing all of the Egyptian authorities. Next, I would like to say big thanks to my caretaker Winstons, Michael McConkie, Karavetu, Renegade Durney, Blanket Fox, Jonathan Jones, Dig the Bee, and PD92. Thank you guys so much for your support of the channel, and also thank you for snagging all the protective eyewear from the assassins and ensuring Lara put on her shades for all the flash grenade shenanigans. I would also like to give special thanks to my brave veteran Winstons, Andrea Pavilianiti, Alexander, and Richard Dearman. Thank you guys so much for your valiant support of the channel, and also for teaching Lara how to really put her back into it and dig trenches, pits and holes like a professional archaeologist. This came in handy in trenches, and it also revealed an entire new level today underneath the Sphinx. And finally, I would like to give one very special thanks to my one and only fine vintage Winston, Akira Fox Mind. Thank you so very much for your long and generous support of the channel, and also for single-handedly protecting the Sphinx in a sheet of ice from all further vandalism. He is long past his glory days, but nevertheless has so many fascinating tales to tell us in the upcoming long autumn and winter evenings. And on a final note, I'd like to say thanks to my free Patreon members as well as to each and every one of you for making it to the end of the video. Thanks to the financial support of my Patreon members, I'm able to take some time of running my business to dedicate to these videos, and thanks to all of you watching till the end of the video, it really helps bring these videos to more people. We are already at a disadvantage because none of my videos are monetized, as I don't want ads interrupting your viewing experience, something I consider especially important for guides. So thank you so much again. And guys, we are now facing the final chapter of the game, Giza. And unfortunately there aren't really gonna be any highlights like in the Temple of Xi'an or the Lost City of Tinos or the Atlantis levels in Tomb Raider 1. Tomb Raider 4 decided to just take it easy on us for the final chapter. Nevertheless, I'll really try to look for the positives in Giza, my least favorite section of the game. And again, I'd like to recruit your help to tell me why you, if you do, love the Giza levels. I hope some of that love will rub off on me. Okay guys, some of you have already shared comments about Giza in my previous video. Thank you so much for that, and I'm looking forward to hear more. Until we'll see each other again, I want to wish all of you happy raiding.